Hi everyone, this is Shirley from Shirley's World, and I'm going to share some of the things that I've sold in the past month. I haven't done one of these what sold videos in over a month, so I just picked some of the things that I've sold. Of course, summer sales have been really slow and they started to pick up, and then all of a sudden they dropped to nothing. And I will show you the graph of where that happened. It happened so suddenly that I actually called eBay. I thought my account was broken. I know that I had never gotten a message that it was being turned off or something for something that I unwittingly did, but anyway, all was fine. But the funny thing about it is while I was on the phone and she was revising all my whole closet, which is over 1,000 things, I got a sale. I got a ka-ching right when I was talking to her. And then in the next day, which was yesterday, I got a couple more. So it's not broken, it's just slow. So I did find out that you can do the good till canceled, which I have, but I think you have to go on and revise those things a lot more than I'm doing. So I didn't know whether to go back to 30-day listings or just keep there's a fly in here, or just to keep it at good till canceled, which is easier for me. But you do have to go in and revise things. I have a fly swatter here, and if this fly comes too close, I'm going to take a time out and get him. So anyway, I'm going to try to switch screens. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm hoping everything will go right. I have the screens open. And I hope I have this right. So I'm going to go live. I shut the camera off first and do that and press the application window. And so I'll press share, wherever the share button, there it is. Okay. All right, you should be seeing my graph for like the month or past the month. But if you see here where I actually was starting to gain more sales here. I mean, it's not anything wonderful, but all of a sudden, I didn't have a sale here on this date. And then I had a couple sales and no sale, and then one sale. And then I had a period of 2 or 3 days here with no sales. And I just panicked. And that's right here is where I called eBay. And that day I got $58 worth of sales or something. So I don't know. It's kind of strange, but I'm going to tell you here what I sold. I sold this little Ralph Lauren women's blouse. This was a real fine knit, and it was 100% silk. And it was a real pale blush pink. And I sold it for the asking price of $24.99. And then I sold this Lane Bryant. It was a little sweater. It was a size 18 to 20. It was a sweater knit, but it was real lightweight. You could almost see through it. And it had a hoodie on the back. And nice big sleeves. And tied around the neck. It was a cute sweater. And that sold for the regular price of $21.50. And the next thing is a men's long sleeve knit shirt by Vans. Vans was made famous with a skateboard. It's like a skateboard company. They make clothes for skateboarders. And this just was a long sleeve knit shirt though. It's gray with black trim. And it sold, I took a best offer of $15 on it, and they paid $4 shipping. These sales were all while my computer was gone. I had no computer. All these sales were completed on my phone. Printed, I had to send, like I said, thank goodness I have a Wi-Fi laser printer, or I wouldn't have been able to print the postage labels. But I would have had to go back to the old-fashioned ways and write them and pay full postage on them. So I sold this Athleta top, a women's medium top. It was all gathered down here on the bottom, and it had a real nice draping to it. And it was a size medium. It was gray and sort of a blue gray it was. And I sold it for a best offer of $14. And a pair of aerosols. The style name was What's What, Chloe? That was the style name. And they were size women's 9.5 medium, brown leather. And they had a stack heel, quite a high stack heel on them. And I got a really nice feedback telling me how much she loved these shoes. So they sold for the regular price of $19.99. And this Susan Graver long sleeve, this was a navy blue. It looks black there, but it was navy blue with white polka dots. It was in a size 1X, and it sold for the $29.99. I love Susan Graver. And another Susan Graver top. I almost kept this one. This was in an extra small, but they run Susan Graver tops, especially the long tunic tops. They run really big. This would have fit me. It was long and flowing and just was a gorgeous top, but I sold it right away. I mean, within a day or two of putting it on. And several of these things that I'm showing you, I also had posted on Poshmark, but everything that I had, everything sells on eBay for me. Of course, I'm not active as I should be on Poshmark, and that's why I don't sell anything. But so this sold for a best offer of $23. I should have waited on this because, like I said, it sold fairly soon after I put it on, and I should have waited for my price on this, and it would have sold. I'm sorry I didn't do that. And here's that Under Armour men's loose-fitting heat gear. It was Navy football spell out on the front, and I sold it for a best offer of $15 on that. And this was a Pendleton extra large women's turtleneck. This was all silk, long sleeve, and it was new with tags. It had new with tags, and the price on it had been $69 originally. So it sold for $25. I took a best offer of $25 on that. Oh, let me do this one first. Here was a new with tags, a Casper pantsuit in a brown herringbone. It was in an 8 petite, and I took a best offer of $21. I had this a while, So I did take the best offer on that. But they did pay $12.50 in shipping. And then this men's tie by Louis Roth, silk tie on this geometric pattern. I love buying men's ties. I should count the ties I have. I know I have almost 100 ties up there. But I just really, and when I see a rack of ties, it just draws me over to it. I love buying ties for some reason. I have been trying to figure out the prices of what ties when something isn't a big name brand that I know goes for a lot of money, like Louis Roth. This is a brand I hadn't heard of, so I put it on for $6.99, which it sold for, and they paid shipping of $3. Well, ties are really lightweight, like 3 to 4 ounces, usually 3 ounces. And they're so easy to ship. I ship them in a bubble envelope. And so I was trying to figure out how to do free shipping on all the ties and what I should charge for them. So I've been playing around with them for a while. Duluth Trading Company. This is a women's long sleeve size 2XL. In a purple color. I had 2 of these. I had one in a blue and I sold that one. I think that was on the last sold videos. And now I sold the purple one. And it sold for best off for $15 on that. Here's another tie by Jeffrey Bean. Silk in this paisley pattern. And it's a pretty tie. It sold for, actually, this actually sold for $7.99, which I'm not sure how that happened, but that's what I've written here on my, wonder if he bought 2 ties. I don't think so. Oh, I know. He wanted free shipping. So he paid $7.99 and I gave him free shipping on that. That's how that happened. So this pair of Sony, this is one when I started to look into buying things other than clothes, I found these little Sony external speakers that you hook up to your computer. You can hook it up to your big computer or to your laptop or anything. And they worked really well. I had them playing in the kitchen off my iPad for a while, but they sold for the full price I asked of $18.99, and they paid a calculated shipping of $7.90. And here's a pair of women's Clark's slide-on shoes, clogs or mules or whatever they call them, in a 9 medium. And they had sort of a this size of heel. And they sold for $18, a best offer of $18, and they paid shipping of $8. And here was a pretty torrid women's knit top. It had elbow length sleeves, and it was a torrid size 0, which is a 12. And it sold for the full price of $19.99 and free shipping. I've been sort of working on getting a lot of my things to free shipping. Then here's this Beretta baseball cap that I got. This didn't last even a day. It sold immediately. Sold for the $11.99. I probably should have put more on there since it sold so fast. And I think anything with the name, a good name of a gun on it, like a Beretta, I do know some names of guns only because my husband was a cop. But I think that's something to look out for. If you see a baseball cap with the name of a gun or a gun club or something like that, is probably would sell pretty fast. But this sold, like I said, for $11.99 and free shipping. That's another thing I'm trying to do free shipping on, is the baseball caps, because they're very lightweight also. And here's another Susan Graver top in a 1X, and I took a best offer of $18 on this. It was a short sleeve floral, real slinky, flowing, like her tops are. Very comfy. And one of the Ermenegildo Zegna men's tie in this geometric pattern I sold for $11.99 and with free shipping. Now, I see here that I misspelled his name. It should be Zegna, Z-E-G-D-A, but it sold anyway, so they knew what I meant. And here was a suit, skirted suit by Linda Allard. It's an Ellen Tracy brand, new with tags. This was in a 12 petite, in a brown tweed, and it sold for the full price of $34.99, and that she paid shipping of $12.50. I think this went out to, no, this went to New York. Yonkers, New York. Here's another Ermenegildo Zegna. I spelled this time I spelled it right. These ties are all silk that I buy. And this was, I like this tie. It reminded me of little dandelion puffs. But it sold for the $11.99 and free shipping. This Banana Republic, there's two of these, this one and the next one. They were in a size 18, 18 and a half in a slim fit. And this was a pink and like a window pane print, pink and white. And I took $20 and they paid $4 shipping. And then he also, the same guy, also bought this one. And this was in a little window pane print in a blue. And 18, 18 and a half, same size. The same guy bought it, and he's from Texas. So big Texan bought these two shirts. And this Abercrombie and Fitch, this was in a size 00. These were tiny little skinny things, 24 waist in a gray sort of a denim. They were very, very skinny, and they had zippers on the legs and zippers on the pockets. And there was a problem with the zippers. The zippers didn't work really, really good, and I did put that on the listing, and I did sell it for $11 as the best offer. $11, and she paid $4 shipping on that. And here's one of the Madras patchwork shorts. This is by J. Crew. This was a men's size 33 and sold for the full price of $19.99 plus $4 shipping. And this pair of Dockers, and the next pair I'll show you. This pair was a black pair, sold for $16.99. These went to the same person. And this pair of Talbot's capris in a size 8, both, Were they both the same size? Yeah, both 8s. Went to the same person, and she bought both items and paid full price for both of them, and she paid $17.99 for this one. Now these 2 shirts, Charles Tyrwhitt, he had bought one of these shirts with the French cuffs back on, I think, the last What Sold video. Well, he asked me if I had any more, and I sent him a link to them, and he bought both of them. He bought this one, and he bought this one. And this man, he buys them for $20 a piece, and then he sends me a UPS postage slip, like an overnight postage slip. So he pays the postage, and he bought all 3 of the shirts that he bought for $20 a piece. And here's that Oakley white cycling shirt in an extra large short sleeve. And they paid full price of $22.99, and I had put free shipping on that. Here's a denim, I've had this for a while, denim long maxi dress. It was just plain, just a little loose denim dress, sleeveless, and it sold for $24.99 and free shipping on that. I think it weighed just under a pound, so thank goodness I didn't have to pay priority shipping. And this little top, it's a little top, size, what size was this? It was real little. I don't think I put the size on there, but it was on the listing. It was like a extra small or a small. It was form-fitting. It was all crocheted. It was lined. And Moda International is a Victoria's Secret brand. And I got this around the corner at a garage sale last year. I've had it a whole year or more than a year. And it finally sold for the $17.99 and free shipping. Maybe when I went around and put free shipping on anything that was lightweight, maybe that's what did it. I don't know. Here's another baseball cap. This is the Vans Off the Wall. This was a like a camouflage a vented snapback skateboard cap. And this dress I bought up in Erie when I was visiting my sister just like last week or whenever I was up there. This is by Alice and Olivia. I thought it sounded like a Anthropologie brand. It's not an Anthropologie brand, but this brand is sold in all the really high-end stores like Saks of Fifth Avenue, Bergdorf Goodman, and some of the other high-end stores. Anyway, I sold this right away within a few days of listing it. And I sold it for the full price of $34.99, and I had put free shipping on it. Now, when I think about this, I probably put it too low of a price on it because it was really a nice dress, but it was a small size 2, and but it sold right away. And I sold one of I had bought 3 of these brand new Florsheim men's leather belts. They're brand new without tags, but they did have One of them had a tag. They were all together. And this was a size 36. I have a 34, 36, and a black 38. So it's sold for the full price I put on a $23.99. And I think I sold this yesterday. This LPGA women's golfing little skirt. It's a extra large. It's really cute. It has a hem on it that's like a striped hem. It's a pair of shorts underneath that little skirt, and it's stretchy. And that sold for the asking price is $16.95 and free shipping that I had put on there. So that is what I sold. Some of the things I sold. I sold probably twice that amount, but I didn't. It's hard to put all the tabs. I'm going to stop screen sharing and turn my camera back on. And here I am. It's hard to, the what sold videos take the longest to set up because you have to set up all the tabs on another screen. That takes a while. And make sure you have all your receipt things so you know what you sold it for sure. And it just takes a while. So that's why it's my least favorite things to video about. But I know people like to hear what you sell things for. So I was like a month. I had a whole month's worth of things, but I couldn't put them all on because it was way too many tabs. It slows down your computer when you have so many tabs open like that. So this was enough for one YouTube video. So I've been listing all day today and taking photos. And yesterday I did the same, although I did go to the barn and visit my daughter. And I put some other things other than clothes on today, a couple books, I'm putting a camera just for parts. It's part of a camera. Pair of binoculars, a game, couple kids games. I'm going to list those up. And that's about it, what I've been doing. Trying to stay active so I keep selling things because evidently you have to just keep at it all the time or your sales drop off. When I went to Erie to visit my sister, I didn't put my store on vacation. I just marked it the handling time from 1 day to 3 days. I just changed the handling time, which worked fine. Except that's right around the time where the sales dropped off. So I don't know if people really pay that much attention to the handling time. You know, it wasn't that big of a difference. It wasn't going to be like a week or two or having your store on vacation altogether. And then they don't see it at all. But anyway, I will close for now. And my next video will probably, if I can figure out how to do a video, you know what I need? I need a camera, a video camera. I need just an inexpensive camera that takes good video. So that, because when I'd like to take video of how I do my photographing of items upstairs. Well, I can't do that using my phone because I'm using my phone, if you know what I mean. So I tried to do it on the iPad, setting up the iPad and using the camera on the iPad. But I have an old iPad, and for some reason, it's like after you video 3 minutes, it shuts off. So I don't know if it's because if I have a setting that's wrong on there, or if it's just because my iPad's old. I'm not sure what it is, but it wasn't working right. So I would like to get a little camera, like a little, it doesn't have to be a big Canon $400, $600 camera. I just want like $100 camera that takes decent video to YouTube, do YouTube videos on. So I've been looking online and looking at YouTube videos about what cameras, inexpensive cameras that are good to use. So when I get that, I'll be able to do more video things except sitting at my desk. So I'm going to close for now, and I will probably be back. The next video will probably be a haul video, I would think. But see you again. Bye.